I never used to take photography all that seriously. I just used to love putting some headphones in, walking around London and just getting lost behind the camera to the point where you start to feel invisible. You just capture life. And that's the kind of photographer that I was. Nothing professional, just a hobby. Then life changed in a couple of significant ways. I left my day job and became a full-time content creator, however pretentious that sounds. And then I moved from London to Scotland, which this is a far cry from Covent Garden and Canary Wharf. In a positive way. I mean, I miss the buzz of London, but this is stunning. I guess my default style of photography and the original photography that I got interested in was capturing life, just capturing people going about their day. Nothing to pose, nothing posed at all actually. It was just people doing their thing. I like street photography because you never know what you're going to capture. You never know what you're going to see, and that's quite exciting. You can find a composition or a shot that you like and hang around for a bit until that shot becomes something that you want it to be. And I really like that. I don't know what it is. I just like that way of composing. There's a nice excuse element to street photography as well. If something's out of focus, then it's excusable because you're capturing something in the moment. If the lighting's not quite right, then again, you're capturing something in the moment. And this is what I struggle with photography now, is I'm out in the countryside and I never used to rate landscape photographers, countryside photographers, don't know what you call them, but I never used to appreciate that kind of photography because you're capturing Mother Nature. This stuff is stunning as it is. There's not all, in my original mindset, there wasn't all that much that you can do with this to make it yours. That was until I tried it for myself, and it's a lot more tricky than it looks. This isn't going anywhere. That tree is not moving. I have no excuse for that tree to not be in focus. I have an option of so many trees here to photograph. I have no excuse for choosing the one that is not correctly lit for what I want it to be. So I find landscape photography to be so much more technical. There isn't room for error. You have to get it right. And that's what I need to learn. I see the shots, and so I feel the creativity side of it isn't too much of an issue because I see what I like and I see what I want to capture. But it's translating that capture, that the shot that I see, it's getting that into the camera. That's what I need to improve. So although Mother Nature creates this stuff, I think it's a photographer who creates or captures the atmosphere or captures the story around what is going on. That's how I'm processing it in my head. My other YouTube channel is Bark and Jack, and that's where I talk about and explore wristwatches, which sounds quite geeky. It is geeky, there's no two ways about it. But that's kind of been the catalyst for all of this. That's been the vehicle that has taken me from someone who just messes about and takes a couple of wrist shots or a couple of photographs to then making a job of it. So by sheer definition, I'm a professional photographer and videographer, but of the Instagram and YouTube variety. It's like kind of within the pecking order, I'm right at the bottom. But also, being professional does not prove any level of competency. It doesn't prove any level of knowledge. It literally just means someone who makes a living from a certain thing. I started off on YouTube with an iPhone, and now I'm shooting with a Sony a7S III. Again, similar to being a professional, the level of gear that you use or the cost of the gear doesn't determine skill, knowledge, or it's not going to guarantee good content. But I do take this stuff quite seriously. Anyway, this is just a little introduction to the channel. If you want to follow my journey of my transitioning from London to Scotland and my photography and videography, things that I've learned and experienced, that's what's going to happen here. I'm going to head indoors. I'm freezing my nuts off. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.